The Glock 19 compared to the Lone Wolf Rainier Arms Dusk 19R. Let's dive into these two guns and let me show you the differences in the 19R and why I really think this is a solid contender for everyday carry, and why the features and changes that Lone Wolf and Rainier Arms have made, in my opinion, are so worth it. So first of all, putting them side by side, the sizing is identical. Basically, it's the same size platform, which you would expect, but there are significant differences between the Glock 19 and the Rainier Arms that I think are worth pointing out. So the first is the grip angle. The Dusk 19R, I'm probably gonna call it the Dusk because that's a mouthful, has a 19-degree grip angle, which is different from the Glock's grip angle. And you'll notice also that the Glock has a palm swell and the Lone Wolf has basically been cut down. So it kind of looks goofy in comparison, but what it ends up being is significantly more comfortable to hold. Additionally, they've got this really aggressive but not too brutal texturing all around, and that is really helpful for maintaining a solid grip. You won't need any Talon grip or any similar grip tape. One thing I should say about the backstrap is the Dusk also has a removable backstrap, and there's a little bit more of a palm swell option. I won't need that, but people with larger hands might find it useful. Additionally, obviously the slide is machined totally differently. Mine also has a Maple Leaf Firearms upgraded slide, so you can kind of tell that, you know, right out of the gate I changed that. So I had that change done already, so that is, you know, that's obviously totally different than a stock Glock, but in my opinion, I needed the serrations for press checking, and also I wanted an optics cut. This does come with an optics cut for the Hollow Sun and the Trijicon, like, you know, RMR and 4 and 507 cuts. So standard size there. This RMR probably will not go onto this. I have a 407 coming that I'll put on top instead. Now the Rainier Arms Lone Wolf Dusk 19R does come with night vision tritium sights. My Glock 19 I upgraded to, these are actually Ameriglows, and I upgraded to those a long time ago. Those are lower one-third co-witness. Sorry, that's a mouthful. And the tritium is actually pretty well shot in that, so I'm actually glad that the Lone Wolf has a new set of sights on it. The Lone Wolf also comes with significant undercutting and like finger grooving, so you can get a better grip on the frame and you know, basically not get Glock knuckle, which all of us hate. The trigger is their one trigger system, that's Lone Wolf's, and in dry fire it performs very nicely. And I will say I have a Overwatch Precision Polydat trigger in my normal Glock 19, and that also does run well. This is a metal trigger, which I do like a little bit better in the Dusk. Obviously, the Dusk is factory compensated or ported, whatever term you want to use there, while my stock Glock 19 was not. Now, I love the Glock 19 as a platform, the Glock 19C as a platform. I did not convert this into it or buy one because I also did want to run it threaded. I know I could just swap the barrel, but I'm hoping that the Dusk will run really well as an EDC gun, and then this I can use more for like a suppressed host when we do suppressed shooting. So in a nutshell, there's a lot of differences between these, but there's obviously a ton of compatibility. Magazine compatibility, trigger compatibility, sight compatibility, and then something that's especially interesting to me is holster compatibility. All right, so this is my Streamlight TLR 7A, okay? And it's gonna fit right on the front of the Lone Wolf, which you would expect it to do. Sorry, I'm realizing some of this I'm probably holding the gun out of the camera angle for. All right, so this is my TH Holsters TLR 7A Glock 1719 holster, and the Lone Wolf fits right inside with the light on. I believe there is regular holster compatibility as well, but that fits in there snug as a glove and actually has a little bit more positive retention than my Glock 19 does in the same setup. So that's gonna allow me to keep my carry setup the same while you know, realistically upgrading to a much improved gun. Whenever I want to balance stuff, it never works. Just trying to show you guys this. There we go. All right. So end of the day, final thoughts on the Dusk 19R and the Glock 19. Obviously similar platforms. Manual of arms is the same. However, in my opinion, the Dusk 19R from Rainier Arms and Lone Wolf offers improvements in pretty much every area that Glock did not. As you can tell when I went through this list, I was really comparing a heavily modified Glock to a bone stock, slightly aftermarket gun from Rainier Arms. Rainier and Lone Wolf checked all the boxes, including factory porting that I was looking for. So I'm gonna give this a run at the range. You should see a range video on this soon. I will link it at the end of this video. I also have a tabletop video going over the Dusk 19R if you want to just check that out. If you have thoughts or questions, please drop them below. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not. That's how we know that we are producing content that actually helps you guys and gives you valuable information and is worth your time to watch. Thanks so much.